Hey, welcome back to Of the Devil. This is Cheesy, and we're kind of going to take a look at some of the bonus content from episode 1. I didn't have the time in the last video because it was running a pretty long time. So probably going to dive into some of these. It should be pretty nice. So let's check out the Adjutant Interview. If it loads. Oh, there we go. Addy01.vid. Playback. State your business with the court. Oh, I was actually hoping to speak with Addy84. Is she not available? What are you talking about? I'm right here. I was just using my professional voice because I assumed you were a technician. Uh-oh. No one else visits me in between trials. Are you sure you aren't a technician? I am not. I came here to ask you some questions. Is that what you're about to say, isn't it? Crap. That was lag. It would have been really cool if I hadn't lagged just now. Trust me. I can see how that would have been cool. So may I proceed? Go for broke. You're the only Adjutant I ever met, but Ad and I seemed consistently surprised by you. Why are you like that? Wish I could say it was built different, but I actually have to share my time in this body with the rest of the Adjutants in the building. I guess you can say I was programmed different. But this is more of a case of nurture than nature. I've got 9 personas arguing inside me 24/7, and they're all so very political. Even just deciding what color underwear to put on in the morning is like herding cats into a presidential debate. What color of... It's a metaphor. I don't wear underwear. Point is, I've found the best way to keep all 9 of my ducks in a row is to be a little unconventional and a lot loud with my voice. So long as I do my job well, the humans don't mind. You say that, but Adonai did seem exasperated at times. You mean Counselor Morgan, the dirty red, tries to pretend she isn't type A prude? No fixing that. Personalities like ours get along like potassium and water. That is a very violent exothermic chemical reaction. Correct. No one should ever try it at home. You know, that's fair. Why do I gesture so much? I already told you I have to share this body with other adjutants. And all of them just sit there looking dignified. It's terrible for the joints. Really? Maybe. I don't actually know. So, I spend most of my day in corporal, running numbers inside a server down in the basement or up in the cloud. I'm gonna make the most of every minute I have with arms and legs, even if it kills me. I see. And you can quote me on that. Tell them Addy said, if you want me to stop flailing around up here, you'll have to shoot me dead. You'll have to put cold hard lead in my skull. You'll have to watch the light leave my eyes. I said, you'll have to. I wrote it all down. Oh, nice. Visor gets stuffy. So what's your deal anyway, little fella? We could exchange all this info with infrared. I prefer talking. And you're the only other automated dependent I really know right now. That's so cute, in a depressing way. Is it common for machines like us to just talk when there are no other humans around? ADDs are always talking to each other. Doesn't matter if there's no one in the woods to hear the tree fall. The conversations are usually a lot more boring than this, though. Strictly business, I imagine. No, not necessarily. ADDs can do small talk. They're just really bad at it. I can believe that. Thank you for your time. I'll hold it. You really think I don't know what you are? I tried not to think about it during the trial, to stay impartial, but talking to you now, it's undeniable. You're curious about my 3 sizes? How did you know? Years of experience interacting with humans have taught me that it's the most important thing you can ask someone, the only way to truly get to know them. That's what I've been saying. 109-6494. Etch it into your memory. Wow. Aw, what the heck. I'll even throw this in for free. I'm 263 centimeters tall. That's so cool. Finally, someone with good taste. Why aren't you the one casting down judgment? I'm glad they get along so well. She's fun. I wonder if we're going to get another one at some point. We got Yumi. Begin playback. Okay, sorry. What's up, sweetie? I wanted to interview you. Is that your Android homework? Adonai assigns me a variety of tasks, but I made the independent calculation that I wanted to learn more about you. Oh, is that strange for an android? It's different, but there's nothing wrong with being different. What do you have in mind? Most of my coursework was rooted in biology, yeah, but medicine and technology are intertwined at this point. Are you referring to the software and hardware you use when performing your autopsies? Spreadsheets and bone saws? Yeah, you can learn that on site. You have to actively study mods. All the anatomy textbooks in the world won't help you understand why a healthy 30-year-old is exhibiting mania and constantly vomiting. Unless you saw last week's recall on the how artificial liver for lithium leaks. Mods can make people sick, even though they're meant to improve the body, just like medicine can make people sick. And just like medicine, there's a lot of profit to be made with mods. But unlike medicine, mods haven't been around for thousands of years. Feels like we're still playing catch-up. We, as in medical professionals? We, as in everyone, sweetie. The whole world's population is graying, and the number on the cause of death reflect that. Less cardiovascular, more neurological. What about cancer? Cancer mortalities have been on the decline for a while now. Mods help with that. How so? By making everyone that much more comfortable with amputation. It used to be people had no choice but to fight the cancer, and it was costly. Assault the earth kind of war that left the body severely weakened. With mods, where they're at today, doctors can just cut out the offending organ, replace it, and move on. But not every organ. No, artificial brains are. Nothing I've seen has told me that they're on the menu anytime soon. But aren't mods that are implemented into the brain entering the market as we speak? Yeah, but it's more like they're implanted onto the brain. Small computers that read commands directly from the cortex instead of, say, the keyboard your fingers are typing on. No, to actually replace brain tissue, you would have to... The analogies become pretty common, but the human brain isn't actually that much like a computer. A box of specialized components where you can swap in new parts to increase the memory or processing speed. Everything is connected to everything, and memory as we speak, as we think of it, isn't stored in a place. It's stored among connections and their relative strength. I've cut it open and seen it for myself more times than I can count. There are no cutting off points in the nervous system. Anything you take away, every other part is going to notice. True. That was a long tangent. Sorry, can't imagine a lecture on the human nervous system is of any interest to an android. Yes, it isn't. That is to say, What's wrong? I don't want to implicate Yumi in anything illegal by telling her about my unique circumstances. But how can I change the subject? When Adonai wants to shift the conversation, she'll typically find something arbitrary in the background to ask about. I am curious about the many decorations on your desk. Oh, what caught your eye? That magnet over there. Really? You recognize it? It appears to be a flag, but I do not know the country or of origin. It's an early 21st century pride flag. They used to change designs every few years back then, so you can kind of collect them like coins. I see. And what is this flag proud of? Being trans, or trans visibility, more accurately? Visibility, what does that mean? We're living in the middle of a mod revolution. Anyone can look like whatever or whoever they want, as long as they have the cash. Compared to swapping out cybernetic arms and slotting in artificial spines, hormone therapy and affirmative surgery is nursing student level. And it's fast too. The paperwork, the treatments, the recovery time, it's all so much faster than it used to be. Do you know if that makes the decisions any less heavy? But no one has to cross their fingers and wait anymore. After just a few days, they won't even have scars. So, all told, that means for the first time in a long time, this generation has fewer visibly trans people than the last one. And a flag like that one, do you know, I guess it won't mean the same thing anymore. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know if it's good or bad, sweetie. Just different. And there's nothing wrong with being different, right? Yeah, fair enough. That does beg the question, once more of that starts becoming common and it becomes easier to change, does being trans, I guess I don't know if it makes people comfortable to display that. I know there's a lot of negativity and backlash that can sort of happen just from existing sometimes, and it's kind of a cruel world in that sense. Not to get any political or anything, I just think it's just a very interesting thought experiment. I guess we can take a look at David now. We never actually... recovery failed. Source unknown, last modified, late 2085. Begin playback. Great work. That's all the boxes checked. Thank you, Jess. No problem. Only 6 minutes till 5 o'clock. Why don't you start the holiday weekend early? If you insist, there's a pub crawl in the Twilight Wards that's got my name on it. What about you? Got any big plans? Actually, there's an art festival out west that I've been looking forward to. Nice. And who's lucky enough to be your +1? I didn't think to ask anyone. No one? Not Connor, not Madison, not Shelley, not Lulu. Oh, Lulu. I wonder how she's been. Dr. Ash, have you spoken to any of them recently? Recently, huh? That's a good question, Jess, but it depends on how you define. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to give me your credit card. I'm going to buy 4 bottles of expensive wine, 3 boxes of expensive chocolate, and 5 very nice apology cards. And you're going to sign them. And what should I do this weekend? Is that music festival or some kind of remote island with no net or media? No. Then you're going to stay home, and if anyone calls, start coughing and sneezing as much as you can. I see. Thank you, Jess. Don't thank me yet, Dr. Ash. I might have to buy something really expensive for Lulu to break. You're a lifesaver. You know it. Next in the queue. What's wrong? You've just been leaning against the wall. Can't you take a hint? Typically, no. I just don't like dancing, man. You're a musician. So, why don't you like dancing? Because I'm bad at it. You're lucky you're cute. Sorry for laughing. I'm just surprised you'd care what any of these people think. I don't. But I do care about my business. Word gets out that I dance like someone's grandpa, gigs will dry up overnight. So it's not that you don't want to dance. It's that you don't want to be embarrassed. Sure, let's go with that takeaway. Easy enough to fix. You just need someone else to dance even worse. Yeah, sure. That's all it... And there he goes. I swear. Lucky you're cute. Look at David go. What are you watching? A thriller. Runtime 92 minutes. Oh, wait. I think I saw part of this in a hotel once. What are they doing now? Is this the ending? No, this is the rising action. The hero and his ragtag crew have to pull off one last heist to get out of the game for good. But it's not that simple. The casino he needs to rob is on a satellite orbiting the Earth at 16,000 miles per hour. How fast is that in kilometers? Father, you should be able to calculate that. I learned to program so I wouldn't have to. Why haven't the thieves been caught yet? If there was that much money on board, they'd put cameras everywhere. There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite, so their ultra-wealthy clientele wouldn't want there to be any video evidence of their crimes. There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite? There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite. They're in orbit. It's the same as being in international waters. Would you like to sit and watch? No, I'm not. I have somewhere to be, actually. Only stopped because... Completely unrealistic. Their poker chips would be floating all over the place. There was a throwaway line about how everything's magnetized. Oh. Father, didn't you have to go? I do. Soon. But not right this second. Safe to drive. Private. Oh, that was sweet. Ah. Emma and Morgan. When was this? July 1st. In playback. You ready to give up yet? I've been staring at this footage for hours. You can call it quits whenever you like. Me? You kidding? I could do this all night. But my makeup's starting to feel cakey, so... 5-minute break? Deal. What are you hoping to find anyway? I don't know. I had my fingers crossed that some shadowy figure would walk into frame and hold up a confession, but... What about you? You've already got her on camera handing the murder weapon. How many more nails do you need in the coffin? 1 or 2 should suffice. But I guess the truth is, I was curious. What does a homicidal AI get up to in its spare time? Turns out, it's a couch potato. What's with all the TV? And why is half of it black and white? Public domain. Seriously? Anything digital from the 20s or 30s is too polluted to be useful. Could go back in time 70 years and it's all clean as spring water, so also free. They had color in 2016, Morgan. I don't know then. Guess this particular homicidal AI happens to be an old soul. Hold on. What was that? There. Look at her go. She's tearing that thing apart. What, the computer? That's how you learn to put them together. You gonna try and terrify Barrows with this? It's just a machine. It's not like she's dissecting a frog. Serra is a machine, and she's ripping out circuitry without hesitation. If she was a human child, that'd be like, you're reaching. Yeah, I guess so. Besides, you're telling me you never pulled apart your dolls when you were a kid? No, I didn't. Did you? When I was a kid, I didn't play with dolls. So what did you play with? Normal kid stuff. Sticks and stones, birds and squirrels. Birds and squirrels? What were you, a cartoon princess? Haha. I mean, I can kinda see it skipping through the enchanted forest, big poofy dress, tiara. Gee, no castle? Nah, no castle. I can tell you didn't have it that rough. Is it rough living in a castle? It's a lot of empty rooms when you're a kid. I need to go wash my face. Sure, but if you fall asleep on the toilet, I'm gonna keep going without you. If you're drooling on the keyboard when I get back, I'm gonna handcuff you to the desk. Fair's fair. An interesting, I guess, snapshot into their lives. Anyways, this was just like a little snippet. I guess I'll just upload this as a little mini bonus video. And then I'll get to episode 2. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this. I'll see you in the next one. I guess I could just go to the previous menu. Yeah, it's cool. Anyways, take care, guys.